All right, welcome. Today, we're going to discuss the fastest. Literally, I don't like dopamine, high dopamine videos, but this is real, okay? The fastest online skill that I have learned to create freedom for yourself, okay? I'm going to read this post because I wrote a very deep post just now that goes through literally exactly what it is, what I'm talking about, and what I experienced in terms of transformation after learning this skill and what I was struggling with before. I think a lot of people nowadays are trying to create freedom for themselves and are kind of moving away from the traditional route of just working a corporate job until retirement, right? And a lot of people are trying to make money online and doing all these things, and this was me, okay? And what I found here, and I have previous videos where I talk about uh, I talk about this in a specific way. Today I'm going to talk about it in a little bit of a deeper and different way. Um, this specific skill and give you some practical steps on like how I would approach it, okay? So, the fastest and quickest way to, and I'm looking at my screen here because it's on there, the fastest and quickest way to get immediate location freedom, and this is for what I've experienced, to be able to quit the job you're in, 9 to 5, whatever kind of job you're working, travel and explore your interests while doing work, but while getting paid, to give you the ability to have location freedom and give you more freedom and flexibility to experiment and explore what you're interested in. Okay? And this skill is remote sales. You may have heard of it before. I'm going to give you a completely different perspective on what a lot of people are talking about it for, okay? So why? Why is this the best? In my opinion, well, here's my story, okay? After graduating college, I thought life would be good, right? Get a traditional job, get paid, live it up on the weekends, retire one day. I was told that that was like the cool life. I was told that was like what's up, you know? But after doing that route for a couple years, I burnt out. I couldn't. I just stopped doing it. I couldn't do it anymore. Um, why? Because I was ignoring my calling inside. I was ignoring and suppressing this feeling that was this whisper that's telling me to do something else, right? Something inside me was pushing me toward doing something else or telling me that I'm neglecting what I'm truly supposed to be doing here. You may resonate with that. Do you resonate? Pushing me to be greater, something that is telling me to take a risk and do something creative that I'm passionate about. So I took the hint to some extent, okay? There's a couple mistakes that are going to be outlined in my story. I took the hint and I started trying to do something different. I started trying to make money online, is what I was drawn to, just because see it everywhere online, travel the world, do whatever you want. So I was trying to do anything that I could to do that in the quickest way possible, just to make money independently without relying on like a corporation. So I tried everything like drop shipping stores, selling like digital wall art, freelance copywriting. I tried a ton of other things, by the way. I tried even selling my music. I tried I tried all these things to like make money quick, okay? And I spent countless dollars on courses for having to for anything, excuse me, to be able to start learning how to make money online so I could be free and travel and not have to be a 9 to 5er or be doomed down this corporate route. And I made some money. And ultimately they all failed though. Even though I made some money in these small chunks of money, and it was a paradigm shift to do that. I was like, wow, I can actually do this, but I never saw anything through enough to actually be sustained, to sustain myself enough. And this was where I learned this first big lesson, okay? It was because I wasn't truly passionate about any of them. That was the reason why I didn't see them through long enough for them to actually work, okay? To the extent that I needed to for what I called freedom. Okay, but I had a very surface level idea of what freedom was because I was neglecting. If I just do something that makes money, even though I'm not passionate about it, it's only going to be so long before I burn out again, right? And what's the purpose of doing that? Like, I'm not trying to build another cage for myself to have to sustain that feels like another job that I don't care about, okay? That's the key. That's the key that everybody's missing in this thing, okay? And I'm going to talk about why remote sales is different, all right? Okay, so it was through this that I learned the importance of not choosing something just for money. It hit me hard right then and there that I was sitting down and just looking back at everything I've done and like what's the next thing? I kept thinking, what's the next thing? And it was never going to be that next thing unless it was in line with my calling, which I didn't give myself space and time to understand and experiment with, okay? Okay. Then I stumbled upon remote sales. And initially, I thought it was going to be that next quick thing. And I was like, okay, this is the next thing. It was just that next thing that I was like, I'm going to try this, all right? And it was the most practical thing I ever learned about. And at first, I went in with the mindset of I just want to make money quick and get freedom. But this actually worked. This actually worked for me. For the first time in all my efforts, I was actually sustaining myself completely remotely with less limitations and barriers and more freedom that I've ever experienced around my schedule. Obviously, as long as I showed up and did the work on my laptop. But this has allowed me to go Airbnb hopping, travel more often, be more in control of the income I was making. And yes, it's a job, but it was directly in line with my goals, which was entrepreneurship. I believe sales is the number one skill to learn if you want to be an entrepreneur, right? How does cash come in any business? It's sales, okay? So if you can learn what sales is, the psychology behind it, how to make a sale, how to make your words in like captivating so that people will listen to, how to hit on certain pain points that people have to understand what kind of product you need to build and how to actually sell it when you go to market. That's all sales. It's all sales, okay? And so, yeah, directly in line with entrepreneurship. And the hat's like a little bit off. It's all right. We're good. It's a good hat. Melon. I like it. And so it was the lowest friction way to build the skills that I needed to succeed in entrepreneurship or to put me on the path toward success, which for me is being in line in the area that I want to build expertise and knowledge in and working for a business or a type of business in the arena that I really want to master and build my own business potentially one day, right? And a lot of people don't know what they want to do, okay? And to follow your calling, it takes time and it takes allowing yourself to return to that space of authenticity to where you allow yourself to get driven towards something. It takes reading books, it takes watching content, following your curiosity without having this desperation to make money now is the key. If you always have that need or desperation to make money now, you're gonna rush things. You're gonna always fall, in my experience, fall into make money quick business models that aren't gonna be the long-term sustainable thing. And you may be able to even take it far and make a ton of money, but then have to kind of restart back from square one when you burn out in that thing. It's not gonna, you know what I mean? So that's the lesson too. Okay, but remote sales was the lowest friction way to build the skills that I needed to succeed. Like at first I actually made the mistake of chasing money quick, right? Like again, okay, I did this again because I got into tech sales, which it's a great place. And some people are passionate about software and SaaS. And to be quite honest, the reason I got into it was just for the money. It was the most lucrative remote sales arena out there. Okay. And it actually has more limitations than some other areas that I'm going to talk about. But it's a very freeing role. I made, in the shortest amount of time I've ever experienced, I've made more money than I ever had. And I did it for a while, right? I did it just because I heard it pays the best, that specific niche. Now sales, obviously I built great skills and the skills will always be similar in the arena that you're in. And so I'm grateful for that. I was able to build those skills and credibility. And I did that for a while in tech sales, and I took it to 6 figures a year, 10K months, even more some months. And then I burnt out again. I burnt out. Okay. It was a little bit better. It was better than where I was before, but I burnt out. And why? Because same lesson. I was doing things just for money. Okay. And I was, I was neglecting my actual passions and interests and suppressing everything just to make a certain amount of money because I still had this belief that if I just made 10K a month, if I just got to that milestone, everything would be good. And it wasn't honestly. Like I was filling the void with all these materials or trips or like thinking that like buying all these supplements or trying to like optimize my like trying to buy all these materials that wasn't going to fill the void that I had. What was missing was that, again, I was not listening to the whisper. I was not listening to the voice. Um, okay. But it was the lowest friction way to build skills that I would needed to put me on this path and to give me the freedom, right? So a lot of people, that's a huge milestone for alone. Just being able to be remote, quit the job that they're in and be able to travel. Okay. That's a great place. But if you're someone like me who is realizing this lesson, or if you're like actually going to let this lesson click for you and learn faster and save you potentially years of your life, then I'm going to show you how like the way that I would do it differently, okay? So the universe kept drilling this in me, this lesson of just doing things for money and how that's a trap, okay? Until finally, at the peak of my burnout, literally, and feeling lost and directionless and unfulfilled, finally it clicked. It's not about the money, or it's not even about the freedom to travel and be remote, okay? It's not even about those flashy things. It's not about the watch. It's about being aligned to the path that I am truly meant to go down. It's about, for you, being aligned, in alignment with your authenticity, in alignment with the path you're actually supposed to go down, okay? To be doing what I'm passionate about, not sacrificing today for tomorrow, not putting off enjoyment or putting off, one day I'll do this, or one day I'll finally be able to actually explore that area that I'm curious about, right? That's the trap. It's not about that, okay? This is where I shifted and I started to allow myself more space to be present, focus on my intuition and where it's telling me to go, right? I have another video, my last video, talking about how to actually hear your intuition, right? This is your biggest compass you have navigating life because it's never going to steer you wrong. It's always going to bring you to where you're actually meant on a soul level to be, and it's going to take care of you. And that is the place where you're going to receive the most abundance financially, the most fulfillment, actually, okay? Okay. So that's where I shifted, and it started to draw me toward things that I was always inherently curious and passionate about, but I had neglected just because I was chasing money. Spirituality, health, music, content creation, things that I was always passionate about but neglected, right? Because I was under the belief that I should make money first. And that's the biggest trap. Read 4 Hour Workweek. I really recommend it. 4 Hour Workweek goes really deep into beliefs around money and how most people's dream life is not actually as expensive as they think, and yet they're chasing millions and millions of dollars for what reason? Right? And not that millions and millions of dollars isn't in the cards if you follow your intuition. Like it very well may be, but it'll be a byproduct of you being authentic and in alignment, doing what you feel like isn't work to you, right? Eventually, okay? Remote sales, and I'm going to talk about how sales fits in. It's not going to be the ultimate thing for you, but this is the stepping stone. Because if you're feeling called to being an independent entrepreneur, if you're being called to whatever, building a team one day or doing whatever it is that you're doing in entrepreneurship, remote sales is a great place to start and will give you the immediate location freedom that you're hungry for to allow yourself to kind of overcome this like this belief that you feel like it's going to give you everything. You'll realize, okay, it's more than just having freedom and cash. It's about what do I actually feel called to impact? That's what this will help you do. I believe, okay? I truly believe this is a great stepping stone, okay? Okay. And so I wasn't ready to be completely independent yet. Like I wasn't at this point when I burnt out and I was like, okay, like I'm not ready to build my own business. Like I'm only just starting to realize I need to start letting myself explore what I'm really passionate about and start building that slowly. So what did I do? Well, I stayed in remote sales, but I expanded my awareness on what was possible, okay? the universe showed me that there are countless possibilities and opportunities out there to work for another business or teams that are in the arena that you have a passion for, whatever it is, music, spirituality, health, fitness, whatever it is, literally whatever it is, cooking. It showed me that there's opportunities there. And like, even if it's not sales, there's opportunities to go and be an apprentice and be a student to the arena, the ecosystem, and start learning like the area you're passionate about for entrepreneurship, or at least have a hunch for. Start getting some hands-on experience there. A lot of these people have sales roles. Like a lot of these companies or businesses or teams, sales is like the number one like money bringing in cash flow skill. It's always in demand. Okay. Like, and you get to just be yourself on camera, have a conversation with someone and help make a transaction of cash. And that's the number one thing you're going to need to do to have a successful business as well, is to be able to have that skill. And also it's more than that. It's the psychology of understanding like pain points, desires, how to find the perfect people for your product, how to build your product right so that it fits in the market or for the person that you're making it for. It's going to help you learn business and how to like run that successfully. And it won't make you desperate for cash right now. It'll start giving you freedom and giving you income so that you can relax. And then on the side, focus on like you're building your own thing, or just build expertise in the area selling for the arena that you want to master and potentially build your business in one day. And then you'll have a ton of credibility when you decide to start your business, and savings and all of this stuff to invest or whatever you need to do. You'll be able to, I've been in the space for X plus years. You can be able to say things like that and people will listen to it. You'll just be in a better spot to do it. And you can do it on the side. And hey, if you know exactly what you need to do right now and you have the luxury to, just lock in and do that, and you're passionate about it and you're not just doing it just for money, and this is the long-term thing for you, by all means, just go right in. But a lot of people aren't in that place. A lot of people need a stepping stone. A lot of people need a vehicle to start immediately taking and changing their situation. Because a lot of people are having their energy drained from the jobs they're in without giving them any energy to start putting toward their actual vision or following their intuition calling, okay? So this is where I realized, yes, remote sales is the easiest and most supportive thing that I've found to give me immediate remote freedom, the ability to immerse myself in the area that I want to go down for business, or at least test one out. Go work for a business that you feel like you're drawn to create one day for a while, right? Or find somebody who's doing what you want to do and see how you can support or partner with them, or build the skills that are required in that, right? While getting paid to do that, okay? And also give me income now so I don't have to rush and build a business off of desperation. Having that energy of desperation where like you lock yourself in a room until you make X money or so your business takes off. I don't believe that that's like for me, the right route at all, right? You want to take things and let things flow and give yourselves time and space to experiment, right? Okay. So the biggest learning lesson out of all of this in this video, for me, this is my opinion, okay? Don't do things just for money. Follow your intuition, passions, and curiosities, and work for someone else doing what you want to do, who's doing what you want to do first, to help you more effortlessly achieve what you're meant to do here, right? The blind quest for cash is a fool's errand. The blind quest for cash is a fool's errand. That's from Tim Ferriss's 4-Hour Workweek. I'd recommend you read that book. That's going to change your paradigm on how you think about work, freedom, autonomy, and life. Very good book. Okay, that's a nice little snippet, golden nugget. All right. Okay. More videos to come on this. I have old videos talking about sales, and like I have a guide that I made on sales. Just search up one of my videos on tech sales, but I'm going to be making more videos that don't just focus on tech sales, but actually focus on autonomy and approaching autonomy in the right way, and being able to have the skills in the modern day to find jobs in the areas that you're passionate about. I think that's like a more valuable thing than just funneling people into tech sales specifically, okay? Okay. Check that out, and then, the link's in the description. There's one if you want to book a one-on-one call with me. If you feel like you need one-on-one guidance or support, I have that available. And the other one is my Substack. I write notes, and I was referencing one of my newsletters today. If you want to check on that out, I give autonomy blueprints, spirituality insights. Everything's over there too in written form if you like that. And I'll see you in another video. I enjoyed this chat today. Chad's out. Peace. Bye.